let me tell you guys something. You are motherfucking awesome. Thank you so much. Because, all right, I'm not sure how many of you know this, but our Kickstarter for Prison Witch was funded in 3 days. That means since the last podcast dropped, announcing Prison Witch, it's been funded. And not only is it funded, we hit our first stretch goal. So that means we hit our first goal of $8,500 in 3 days. And 3 days later, we hit our next goal, the stretch goal of $10,000. Thank you so much. So yeah, I just wanted to start this podcast off with a little thank you for all of our fans, all of our supporters, friends, everyone who pledged, everyone who shared the link to the Kickstarter. Thank you so much. Prison Witch will be there for 10 more days. We're still pushing it. And just to tell you what the stretch goal is, not only is the book 100% for sure happening, but our stretch goal now unlocks an enamel pin for free for all of our backers who pledge for a physical reward. So if you pledged for Prison Witch, if you're getting a book, you will also get this free Witchy as a Motherfucker enamel pin by Emily Ree. Thank you so much to those who pledged again. And yeah, let's just roll into it.
Dum, 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 space between, space between, space between.
What's going on? It's the Space Between podcast,
Dun, dun, dun.
where we talk about the space between life and art, the space between passion and business, the space between my left and right ass cheeks.
Oh my god, I did not approve of that.
Sorry, you guys. I'm on one right now.
Your wife said no.
I'm just so excited about our Prison Witch Kickstarter. Gotta keep bringing it back to that.
It's really exciting.
Go to our Kickstarter page. Hashtag Prison Witch. Everything is happening on there right now. Your entire life
nuts.
depends on it. And what's happening now and what's happening next? I'm Pat Shand.
I'm Amy Shand.
I'm Shannon Lee.
And today we're talking about a bunch of stuff. We're kind of scatterbrained. We have a bunch of things that we want to cover. Just basic ideas, basic ideas about our past, about our present, and our future. We just want to get to know you guys and you to know us.
True that.
I've been having these kind of fucked up dreams recently.
You know what? I woke up this morning because I felt like I had a bunch of stressful dreams. Like, I couldn't exactly remember them, but you know how you wake up and you feel like you didn't sleep super well because your dreams?
I call that fucking Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah. It was weird. I vaguely remember, like, I was at a house party that I didn't like and I left, but then I forgot something important and I was stressing about having to go back or something like that. I don't know.
I'm back like, I forgot something. I'm something.
Some crazy.
No.
What?
No.
Well, who is that? I recognize that.
That's Lil Wayne's verse.
Oh, yeah.
In his song with like some kind of like lame-ass rock band.
Oh, boy.
Like like Kings of Leon or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That sounds
I don't know.
right.
I don't know. All right. So.
Don't hate on the Kings of Leon.
Are they good?
I liked a few of their songs.
They sound kind of like
they're
Nickelback-ish, no?
No.
Okay. I guess I'm tripping.
They're the ones that sing, like, aren't they the ones, or am I crazy? The ones that, you somebody.
Yeah, that's them.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
Do your research, bro.
Oh my God, Odo is trying to climb the cat tower from a weird angle.
We've got a lot of cat action going on right now.
There's some foot looking at the top.
I feel like we probably need another rat, though.
What?
No.
What? Well, I don't even know if our listeners know what we have. We have
like a black one,
we have
a white belly.
Hold on,
just
wait.
Lost his brother in December.
Oh.
Listen.
Living alone.
We have 5 cats,
Real depressed.
2 rats, and a mouse. And what Amy's doing right now is she's taking a private conversation and she's putting it on the air.
With her and herself. No.
Let's have the listeners weigh in.
Yes. Amy
Let
wants
me tell you the situation.
Amy wants to add a 3rd rat.
I don't want.
Yeah, don't.
She's just trying to save a life.
Don't bullshit.
Here's what
me.
I feel. I feel pressured, but like I am the saver of lives, small lives.
Small lives.
And I have a friend at work who used to have a pair of rats like I do, because rats are really social, so they do well in 2 or more, and they get lonely when they're alone. This rat used to live with his brother, just like my rat does, lives with his brother, but his brother passed away kind of at a young age, because the picture I saw of this rat, he still looks healthy and young, but he lives alone now, and my friend's about to move. And of course, I know that she's not just gonna, she's gonna make sure it goes to a good home, but I feel like she asked me as one of the options, and there's pros and definite cons to it.
I mean, one of the cons for sure is that I think that it's going to be a thing where you're stressed about the size of the cage.
Mm-hmm. Because I do feel like I did a lot of research.
Cage.
Yeah,
and we already have.
Like introducing a new rat.
Well, there's a way to do it as far as like I would clean it completely so that there's no smells. You know, and I would introduce them in a like a strange area. So, and then put them all together back in the clean cage and everything, and then watch them. It'd be like a day off sort of thing, like the full day. But I did a lot of research as far as like how many square feet per cage should you have per rat and stuff. And the cage that I have is appropriate for the 2, but I feel like it would be a little small for the 3. But I'm also planning on, with 3 of them, having one out at a time more often, because now it's either both of them out or both of them in, because I feel too bad to leave one in the cage at once.
Aww.
So I don't know. It's hard. I think about how lonely that rat is right now at this moment.
Aww.
Yeah, but think about how lonely I'd say almost every rat is right now.
I don't want to.
In the world.
Oh my
No,
God.
seriously.
I don't have the active opportunity to save that one, though.
Well, what about maybe that rat's going to end up going to someone who also has one single rat, and that will be 2 single rats.
Or like maybe
getting a
it'll
new
end up going to
friend.
someone who has like a ball python.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Right?
No.
What I'm like.
Here's the thing, though. This, you're gonna paint me as this person.
You're right.
Preventing you from getting a pet.
No.
While we like almost professionally save animals now.
Yeah.
And just
Someone fucking sponsor us.
yes.
Just kidding.
yeah.
As the cat savers / rat savers.
I'm comfortable with being a cat savior and having saved these 2 rats. But, we'll talk about it on the air, clearly.
It was a joke, but then I told the serious story,
Yeah.
so if you want, weigh in, send us an email, whatever.
Yeah, weigh in, or if you're looking for a rat.
Oh, exactly. If you have one lone rat that needs a frickin' soulmate, hit me up.
I wonder how many of our listeners even know that rats are pets.
They're wonderful pets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Like,
They're the best small pet, in my opinion.
I can't believe that some people get so creeped out by it. I mean, I understand if the tail creeps some people out.
How about the balls?
Or the ball.
They've got some
fucking
big nuts.
gigantic.
Yeah, they get big balls.
They're bigger than any animal, up to 10 times its size.
Oh
nuts.
my God. But everything else about them is just like any other small pet. Literally
Remember
the same.
earlier, Shannon, when I was giving them little kisses and they were kissing me back?
They were kissing Amy's nose.
They're like tiny little dogs. They're so cute.
And they're smart.
I'd say that they're better pets than hamsters, probably. I mean, I'll be honest. There are rats in the apartment where I live because Amy lives here. Like, it isn't a pet that I would seek out, but I love and support Amy, and that makes me love and support the rats that we have here. And but yeah, so if you're looking for a rat, you can head to Kickstarter, where you can support Prison Witch.
Oh my God. Moving on.
All right, but back to the dreams. I wanted to talk about dreams, right? I've been having these fucked up sort of dreams where, I mean, I work late. I'm always writing way into the night, and I'm often left with fucking horrendous, nerve-wracking dreams. And
God.
it makes me think of the dreams I had as a kid, right?
Okay.
So I wanted to ask you guys, after I tell my most memorable dream story, that it's a fucking narrative with a twist, right? I couldn't believe I dreamt this story.
Oh my God.
But I want to ask you what your most memorable dreams were, either childhood or recent. So,
Well, I had like reoccurring dreams. One was being chased, but like I was in a car, so I guess it was a car chase. Or somebody was running outside the car to try and like catch us. I don't think we were going that fast or anything.
That's Hoyt, by the way.
Yeah.
That's Hoyt.
It was like I was in the car already struggling and fighting with someone or something, like kidnapped or something was going on, but then like oh no. Okay, you guys, this is literally from when I was a kid, so I'm like trying to remember.
Isn't
right
that funny
now
how it like comes as you're
yeah
talking?
So it was me and my grandma, and we were in the car trying to escape this killer monster type of thing that was chasing us. So we're driving in the car, but the monster thing is like, imagine something like Freddy Krueger. Like it's like kind of human, but also like claws, kind of inhuman. And that thing, that thing starts like jumping on the car and like coming through the trunk, and its claw, scissor hand things are like going through the cushions of the back seat. And like
it's pretty cinematic.
Yeah, and like I think that was like where my grandma was sitting, and I like was probably getting like kind of stabbed by him, but like we were like screaming and yelling and stuff like that. I wasn't driving, but I was like I think in the front passenger seat or something. I don't remember who was driving or who else was there or what else was happening, but it was a dream that I had multiple times, and even in
One
general,
might say it chased you.
Yes. Throughout my life. I had a lot of dreams that were reoccurring, and a lot of them I think were being chased. I was always like trying to get away from something, running from something. Something was following me, things like that.
Ooh, that means something.
Ooh, I know. Well, yeah, if you look up like the dream dictionary thing, which like that was, so that was like when I was young, but like as an adult, even then, it probably happened, but like my most reoccurring dream that I'll always have here and there is losing my teeth.
Oh, for sure.
Which, if you look up in dream dictionaries, has like all different types of meanings.
Me too.
Yeah, and like it will be like it'll change. Like either my teeth are crumbling, my teeth are falling out, all different things with my teeth.
The basic explanation, right, is that you're losing control.
Yeah, things like that. Yeah,
I have that frequently.
Yeah, losing friends or loved ones or control or like things like that.
Losing yourself.
Yeah.
My dreams were always kind of like your first one. Well, of course, I have the teeth dream probably annually.
Yeah, no, exactly. Right.
And it always feels very real.
Very real. Like I feel the pain and the hurt, like, and I'll wake up and be like, holy shit, like, are my teeth still there? I'll wake up thinking like I need to yell to my mom, like, we need to make an appointment right now. Like, or we just go to a dentist, like, right now. Like,
it was so scary. When you realize.
Yeah, it's horrible. Like, you feel them cracking in your mouth.
It's terrible.
You can look down and see them collecting in your hands, and then they slowly turn into one lonely rat.
No!
Oh my fucking god.
I was like yelled into
brought
the
it
mic.
Around. I was like picturing that like a horror film, and then all the way to the end I did. I have
man.
What's that Michael Jackson movie where he has all the rats? Or at least the theme song was something by Michael Jackson.
Thriller?
No, it's Wilfred.
I've never heard of that one.
I think that might
Is
be
it the guy with the weird nose from Charlie's Angels?
Yeah. And he like is like
it's not Wilfred. It's like
Rat King.
I'm gonna go take care of Hoyt. He's screaming upstairs. I just want him to come down. So
I will talk about my dream.
I heard him come down a little.
I used to have dreams as a kid that my dog would pass away.
Ooh, that's such a sad one.
Yeah, and I'd wake up feeling like I'd have to run to my dad's room.
Yeah.
But then I'd realize that I was dreaming, and I'd feel so relieved. And then
very much, yeah.
Recently, I had a really vivid dream. I was like, instead of running from something, I always feel like I'm trying to like save something, like a family member or like a pet, like
a pet for sure. I'll frequently.
Yeah, recently I had a dream that I was like in some sort of plane crash or something, and like, you know, obviously if you're in a real plane crash, you wouldn't be able to like breathe and like talk and move around, but the plane was like half open and we were like on the water level, and like I was with one of my brothers, I remember, Aaron specifically. And Wesley was in the water.
Our cat, Wesley.
And Aaron and I were like trying to get Wesley, and that was the dream. And I just woke up and I was just like, so disoriented.
That's crazy. I had a dream, I think this morning, where our character ran out to this dock that started to sink, and I was racing to get them. Yeah.
What the hell, you guys?
But
Why are the
don't go
cats near
swimming,
water?
Hoyt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hoyt's in my lap right
Just
now.
don't do it, bro.
He's screaming for attention. But yeah,
So yeah, do you ever have dreams that you're like in beautiful places, like beautiful sceneries or anything like that? I wish that I could have dreams. I wish that I could like. I know that it's said that you can like control what you're dreaming by thinking about it before you go to bed.
well, lucid dreaming.
Lucid dreaming, but not even so intense as like your movements and who you're talking to, but just like if you're thinking like, oh, I'm at the Grand Canyon, I'm at the Grand Canyon, boom, you can like have a dream you're at the... I know that when you learn something new, I remember this would happen to me a lot when I was in junior lifeguards. We would always learn new skills like once a week. It would be like paddleboarding or like surfboarding, something weird for the week. And then that whole week, that the night that I would go to those nights, I would dream about the thing that I was learning.
Oh,
That's
for
weird.
Sure.
Because
kinda
I
useful.
was learning something, my brain would be so actively thinking about it all day, and then I'd go to bed and wouldn't stop thinking about it. So I'd have dreams that I was doing it too.
Yes. Yeah, at one point all of my dreams were so basic. It'd be like my mom ordered pizza for dinner, and I wake up and I'm just like, oh, that was good. We had that last night or tonight or something. She's like, what are you talking about? Like, it's such a boring dream
that
of
you don't even think it's a dream. You're just like, it happened.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me tell you guys my most vivid like childhood dream.
Oh yeah, what?
Listen, this shit's crazy because this is not normal. I dreamt that I was in my bedroom. I woke up and I went out to my dad's fireplace, and climbing out of the fireplace to get me was the clown from It. And I'm not talking about the new It. I'm talking about the classic. I think Tim Curry It. You know, Pennywise, just horrible fangs. And I take the fire poker and I bash the clown until he's dead.
Oh my god!
Right, and then
he succeeded though.
Right? Well,
What?
wait for the twist. So I go out to the kitchen. I see my dad there doing his taxes. Like he has his glasses on. He's calmly doing the taxes, and I'm like, "You didn't help me."
No.
And then his back was to me, and he turns around, and his face is the clown's.
No.
The end of the dream.
So you had this dream multiple times or one time?
One time.
One time, but you'll never forget it.
Never fucking ever.
Wow.
Imagine that.
Pretty scary.
Pretty scary.
That one's definitely scary.
But no, I've never been to any beautiful places in my dreams. They're always either anxiety dreams or back when I was young, and sometimes even now, thirsty bully dreams.
Yeah, I'll have I can have dreams about people. Like if I'm like interested in someone, I'll have like a fantasy dream about them. Not even just like a sexual dream, like even just like that I'm with that person and like something's happening. Which is like weird sometimes too, because I'll get that confused with like real life and everything. And
remember that time when?
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah. Remember when like this romantic thing happened, or even one time I was dreaming that the person I was seeing like totally screwed me over, like cheated on me, this and that. And like I woke up and was like furious, and she was like right next to me, and I was like, I hate you.
Oh, yeah.
How could you have done that to me? And she was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm 100% with you. Sometimes Amy fucks me over in my dreams.
Right, yeah.
He wakes up pissed.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Amy?
Yeah. It definitely feels like an alternate reality. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to cross it off that like our dreamlands aren't a different realm in a way.
I was about to ask you guys, since you said that, do you believe in alternate realities?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And astral travel.
Yeah.
Astral travel?
Well, different astral planes that exist.
Oh, shit. Do you believe that someone on our plane can access one of those realms by a dream?
Yeah, because I've read more than one book in my studies where people have gone to sleep in different places around the world and met and done and gotten specific things done in their dreams in a certain astral coordinate, and woken up in there has been evidence of those things like they have shared knowledge of what had happened in their dreams.
Is wild.
Like for example, someone on one side of the world and someone on the other side of the world will go to bed and be able to astral travel and meet in the middle on that same plane, which is not this plane, and have a conversation that they will be able to recall when they wake up.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
That's
and
nuts.
that ties into lucid dreaming too, and being able to talk to whoever you want.
That reminds me of do you remember that film In Your Eyes by Joss Whedon?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing that I never saw by him.
Yeah, it's he wrote the screenplay years and years ago, and he produced it through his company Bellwether Productions. Hoyt's going crazy.
He really is.
With his now estranged wife, Kai Cole. And yeah, they produced the film. Someone else directed it, and it is about two people who begin to be able to see through one another's perspectives.
Cool.
And yeah, it's not my favorite of Joss's work because it's you could tell it's like pre-Buffy. It's an older story, but yeah, no, it's cool. And hey, speaking of that, this isn't quite news, but we haven't discussed it. Joss Whedon is off Batgirl.
Yeah,
he's not doing Batgirl.
Which, I mean, there's a lot of different reviews on, but when I first heard, I really kind of was excited and like interested. I was, I was like, if anybody's gonna maybe do a good Batgirl, I did think him because I think of
not sure if Hoyt agrees though.
When there was the Catwoman with what's her name? She's a babe.
Anne Hathaway?
No, I didn't like her as Catwoman.
Ooh. I loved her because I'm a thirsty boy.
I'll try to think of her name, but
Alicia Silverstone.
No.
Batgirl? No. Oh, Catwoman, you're saying?
Yes.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry,
that took us like a hot second.
Stupid.
No, you're 100% right.
I fucking hated the Halle Berry movie.
Right.
And I love Halle Berry. She's a total babe, but like that movie sucked, honestly.
No, yeah, it was one of the worst of all time.
Yeah, so like that is exactly what I don't want to happen to Batgirl. Like have some bad thing.
And the DC movies have not been great.
Yeah.
Recently. I mean, Wonder Woman was good.
Yeah.
But I think that as a whole, the Marvel movies are much better. And I think that Joss's role in them has largely contributed to them being great. And I know that the conversation right now is that Joss Whedon is sexist. And I think that is a crazy person point of view. And that's just my take. I know that people aren't going to like me saying that. But I think that that view is limited and disingenuous, and it doesn't take into context of the time which Buffy was made. And he was critiqued for a draft of the Wonder Woman script that leaked, that had Diana. Man, Hoyt's going crazy.
I was gonna ask, should I go get him now?
I guess. I mean, I don't know.
He's just gonna go back up there.
He's gonna go back up. I mean,
oh well.
You know what? He's our fourth member today of the podcast.
Shows.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely there. It's always there, but
Yeah.
I think today it's gonna be really there. So hey, if you guys have a problem with Hoyt, that's my fucking son. Don't you open your mouth against my fucking son. All right. So that draft of Joss's script leaked, even though it wasn't a leak. It's been online for years and years. There have been many readings of it, and what's never said when these 2 pages, which feature a focus on Steve and Diana using trying to distract a villain, I believe, with her sexuality, right? It's not taken into context that Joss was given many studio notes on all of this. He had to change his script multiple times and even left the movie because of the notes he was given. This is not a final film. It isn't a film made by Joss Whedon. It's a script that we don't know how many times this was asked of him to do. You know, I don't think it's fair to saddle the creator of Buffy with the title of sexist via a script that never even happened.
Yeah. Well, and especially, I mean, I'm sure in the old Wonder Woman comics, she might have done that as like distract a villain or something. And like I had told you that I only recently got to see Professor Martson and the Wonder Woman, where it's a movie where they go over how Wonder Woman was created. And I didn't know any of this, you guys. I mean, I wasn't a comic reader growing up or anything, and I never went and researched something like that. But in the movie, Wonder Woman was scandalous in the beginning because Professor Martson was a psychologist who studied different things having to do with submission or dominance, and did get into like some kinky bondage stuff and this and that, and that's where Wonder Woman got her lasso rope from, because it's supposed to be like a bondage rope. And so there was definitely sexual elements in the Wonder Woman comics back then. So I feel like Joss, if anything, would be trying to stay true to what it used to be by maybe putting something like that in, but yeah, like you said, then decided not to.
Yeah, and we have an entire career's worth of Joss telling artists who are on his comics in the way he directs, to trying it to not be exploitative. So to saddle him with that based on 2 pages of a script that is fully out there and removing the context from it is not fair to me. I think that his Batgirl would have been good, but I'm glad he's off, to be honest. I would much rather see Joss Whedon focus on his own creations.
Yeah, which we've said so many times.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he must have some type of script ammo ready for a show on Netflix or HBO.
It would
he
be
has
great.
to.
Yeah. I mean, he said recently that he is leery of the binge model on Netflix and platforms like HBO Go and Hulu.
But even though that's where his stuff has hit it off since.
I 100% agree.
Yeah,
he said that he
didn't
doesn't
become to me. He didn't become famous on TV. I mean, yes, with Buffy, but like, still, you know how many people probably missed episodes of that? I mean, I missed episodes of that each week. Where like when I got to watch it on Netflix, I caught some episodes that I never had even seen before, and then other things like whatever got canceled, Dollhouse, and the other one was canceled on TV. So it's just like other people didn't even get to see those full series until Netflix.
Yeah, and even taking Netflix out of the picture.
Serenity, sorry.
I binged Joss's work on DVD.
True.
I saw the first 2 seasons of Buffy live before my karate class changed the day, you know? And then I got the DVDs and I fucking binged every work he's done besides Dollhouse, which I watched live. I've been doing that, and I'd say
it's nuts that he said that.
A good 75% of his audience binges his work. Yeah, I think that his work is perfect for that model.
Yeah.
I mean, when Amy first saw Buffy, it was on DVD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, each episode ends with cliffhangers in a way where you want to see what happens next. Yes. There'll be 2-parters and stuff like that. There's a cat stare down.
It's dinner time, I think.
I think Amy's falling asleep right here.
I'm tired, yeah. Cassandra's gonna be here in about 5 minutes.
All right. I mean, I think that
we're
headed to the end anyway.
Yeah, we could probably cut to questions.
Yeah, let's do questions. So just in general, I'm not tripping on Joss leaving Batgirl. I just want him. He's been criticized for his superhero work, which I'd say Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron are 2 of the best superhero movies ever. I fucking love those. I would have enjoyed his Batgirl. I think that he probably did what he could on Justice League, but he just came in to substitute for someone who had a personal issue. You know, he it's not. I don't see Justice League as a Joss Whedon movie.
No,
at all.
I know. Yeah.
All right, so I do hope he moves to more personal creations, because what I love about Joss, even though I do enjoy his superhero work, is his own creations: Buffy, Angel, Firefly, Dollhouse. I want something like that from Joss. All right, so Chris Fongzawat writes, painting was forced to change in big ways because of photography. A bigger embrace of the abstract and the conceptual. It seems comics developed in tandem with radio, TV, and film, all of which are being disrupted by the internet and various online platforms. Do you think that writing comics has been through any similar kinds of big shifts of perspective because of new mediums? Instagram, Twitter, memes in general, gaming, let's play and reaction videos, online critics? That is a good question.
I think for sure. Well, and
I mean, I have a big answer here too. Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
I know that I see it with whenever we have these conversations with people that don't read comics, who continually want to say, oh, it's just like superhero stuff or this or that. But comics, I don't know if it was always like this, because like I said, I didn't read them as a kid. But I mean, I do know now that there are so many comics that are regular. They could be everyday life, all different types of things, set in different locations, but they can be real people or cartoons or anything instead of just superhero stuff. So yeah, I mean, I think that TV and media definitely has an effect. I mean, when we see a show like, say, Stranger Things do really good or something, all of a sudden there might be more comics out with a group of teen kids or this or that.
I think the comics has changed with this new platform, mostly Comixology. I think that Comixology has developed this platform digitally where you can read comics, where it highlights panels. So instead of reading by page,
it's so dope, you guys.
It's
seriously.
so cool. You read in guided view. I think
I love how it does that.
So
It's,
cool.
Like,
Yeah.
so perfect.
I think that what doesn't work is that when people try to make a comic into something that it isn't to fit that format, like there have been companies that have had a panel drawn 4 times where something very minor changes each time to facilitate guided view, and it's like that is trying to be film, and comics can never be film, right? Comics work excellently as a comic book,
Yeah.
right? Sure, work toward making guided view look cool, but don't try to be a thing that you're not, I think. But Diamond is the company that distributes comics, and it's a very old model, right? I don't think that that's going to last, and I think that because they haven't really adopted to any of the new content, their platform is that to order a comic book in general as a retailer, as a customer, the customer has to come in and say, I want this book from this publisher 2 months before the book is even out. And they have to order issue 3 before an issue 1 comes out, because they're 2 months ahead. So if you don't enjoy issue 1, you might have already ordered issues 1, 2, and 3. If you don't know if you're going to enjoy issue 1, you'll have a lower order for issue 1, lower issue 2, and lower issue 3. It's a very outdated model.
Yeah, this is how we kind of get screwed with trying to get our book into comic stores.
Right.
We would love for that to happen, but
Right.
it's you get stuck.
I think that the best model right now, though, is this isn't digitally, but it is using a new great web platform. Kickstarter, we talk about it a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
We have Prison Witch on Kickstarter right motherfucking now.
Right now.
Right now. And Kickstarter couldn't have existed 10 years ago. It's a brand new kind of platform that we built our business off of that.
Yeah,
If
it's
that-
amazing how
Yeah.
comics is so popular on
It's great.
Kickstarter, and it works perfectly for them.
If it didn't exist, we wouldn't exist. So yeah,
True that.
I think that we are an example of how comics is adjusting. I think yeah.
We're the example. Nice.
I think that I think TV and movies have adjusted more quickly because so much of comics is the collector of the physical item, the nostalgia. I think once comics moves beyond the nostalgia and starts concerning itself more with the content, I think that will be in a much better place.
Yeah, for sure.
And our last question of the day comes from Lee Farnsworth, who writes, growing up, did you ever have that one book that was so insanely good that left you with that holy shit, I can't believe they did that, or was so good that you had to read it multiple times? And are there any comics that may have brought similar reactions for you?
Yeah.
Which one, Amy?
Well, when I was a kid, I read over and over again The Secret Garden.
Ooh, yeah.
It's like
Classic.
one of my favorites.
That's some classic
Favorite
shit right
books
there.
Ever. And I always talk about this, but Strangers in Paradise
Sure.
as like a more modern obsession.
Yes.
And also I really like Think Tank.
Yeah, Strangers in Paradise is a comic by Terry Moore.
Oh yeah, and Matt Hawkins wrote Think Tank.
Yes, and Matt Hawkins wrote
And
Think
those
Tank.
are both comics.
Yes. And what about those blew your mind?
Strangers in Paradise is a beautiful story about people, and you and I both love character-driven work. Oh my god. You should see the way he is.
Amy put a topless Polaroid of herself by my computer.
They're all over the apartment.
Am I supposed to not look at
stupid.
it? Am I supposed to not look at it?
All right. And then, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. And Think Tank is really cool because it has to do with, like, science and conspiracy theory and, yeah.
Myself, as far as books go as a kid, I have to give it to Harry Potter, you know? I mean, I've spoken
cliche.
here. You know what, Beeb? Fuck you.
Just kidding. Harry Potter's great. We recently rewatched all the movies.
Fuck you.
Oh my god.
Some ASMR action.
Oh my god.
He's obsessed with ASMR today. Earlier, in the group chat with me and Shannon, he literally sent a video of his, like... Can I say this?
Yeah.
He sent a video of his face and his nose super close up, ripping his like nose strip off, and it was like, and he just said in all caps ASMR. Yeah. I'm like, thank you.
Because it's funny. It's funny to make fun of that shit.
Oh yeah,
you know?
it's hilarious.
Like, it's a legitimate creative platform, but hashtag I just don't get it.
These
why
kids.
I just don't get it.
I know.
Am I making you tingle?
Tingle.
That's literally
Lord
not
have
what it
mercy.
sounds like. That sounds like a freaking call in, get your nut off website.
That's what ASMR sounds
No,
like to
it
me.
doesn't.
All right.
Sicko.
All right. So what's the question? No. All right. So Harry Potter because
How do we go from Harry Potter to that?
you were talking shit and I had to say fuck you.
All right, that's
I just
Delicately.
so I've talked at length about the role that Goosebumps has played in my reading life and my writing life. Big inspiration. But when I read Harry Potter, I was very much in a place of like, oh, what the fuck is this? And I read it, I couldn't believe the characters. I couldn't believe the world.
Mm-hmm.
And what a book could be was just 100% changed in that moment of reading Harry Potter.
Thank you, Rowling.
Yes, thank you, J.K. Rowling. And
Shannon?
Hey.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that was your book. Now you have comics.
breezing past me in this bitch.
My bad.
All right.
Yeah, continue.
Comics. I'd say two, like Amy did. Why the Last Man and Blankets. I had only really until the point of reading these. I, like you two, had a limited understanding of what the comics industry was. I thought it was superheroes. I thought they were older books that people who were not in my generation collected. I was very wrong, and I read Why the Last Man, and it reminded me of any of HBO's best shows. I loved it, and my conception of what a comic could be, much like Harry Potter had changed the reality of what a book could be. Why did that for me in comics? And Blankets was just a beautiful memoir where I realized that you could tell a personal story in comics that was as powerful as a movie, but the way he utilized the page was so unique to me that I saw not only could comics be as powerful as movies and TV, they could be powerful in a different way. And that was very important to me. How about you, Shannon?
I'm like trying to look up the name of this book, but I can't find it. My answer for this is I don't have an answer. I've actually kind of never. Well, I read, but I've never had a holy shit moment with a book, except one book that I can't find the name of right now.
It's called Destiny New York.
Oh, you know what's a great book that blew my mind when I was in high school?
Yeah.
It's called The Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver.
Oh,
so
I know about that book.
Fucking good.
She wrote The Bean Trees.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing. You know what? The whole audio version is on YouTube, I think, right? Like, I think I saw it recently.
Got it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so good. It's about this family of, what are those people that go around spreading the word of the Lord called?
Jehovah's Witnesses.
No, it's like an actual word for what you do.
Yeah. Oh my God. I know that.
I was about to say philanthropist. What a dumbass.
I'm looking it up.
Spread the word. Spread the word!
Oh my God.
Man, I know that fucking word.
Right?
What is that?
I think it starts with an M. Anyways, it's about a white family that goes to... Let's bring it real simple. that goes to Africa to like set up a church in town, and basically they like go into this town and like try to change the way that they do things, and it doesn't work out because the people of that village know the way things work as far as like the crops and everything else. And it's just really beautiful story about like the family.
Man, I can't find the word, but it's annoying me.
It's like they always tell you to do it in church.
And speaking of church, I just want to say, you know how Facebook has, it shows you your memories?
Yeah.
1 year ago today, I posted, sending love and power to all the witches out there. You are blessed and you are righteous.
Aww.
Red heart emoji, yellow heart emoji, green, blue, purple heart emoji in this bitch.
Oh my God.
What a coincidence that the Prison Witch Kickstarter is
The
going
Prison
right
Witch
now.
Kickstarter is going on right
nuts.
now. Do you remember what this was? This was when witches began to gather to put out intention to get Trump the fuck out of here. Do you remember that shit?
God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
yeah. So again, power to the witches.
Yeah.
All right. So I think it's time to wrap up, you guys.
It is.
Just do it.
Our theme music is written by Amy Shannon. Well, I was considering, we have a guest on our couch right now who's just listening. I was considering putting her on the spot for a second and blowing your spot the
I
fuck
already like low-key asked her if she had an answer to the book question, and
Yeah.
she's like, nah, I'm just no. Leave her alone.
up. All right. So we have an audience here. A laugh track. A laugh track.
Yeah, you can probably hear her cute little giggle, like if you really try.
So yeah, in fact, all right, that just a note to myself when editing this. If you hear a giggle in the background, it is not a ghost.
Oh my
okay?
God.
It's really scary
Yo,
sometimes.
there was one
It's
episode.
like, what is that?
There's one
sound?
episode where there's a sound. I literally, it was a different person.
Yeah,
there was
we
three of us,
listened,
and
like,
there
a
was
few
this voice like.
times.
"Mrr."
All three of us listened and we're like,
Who?
yeah, no.
Who could it have been? I
Yeah.
still don't know.
No, we
But
so
we're the
No.
first people to live in this apartment, so it's not haunted.
it's not.
It's a new building. All right,
Hopefully.
moving on.
So yeah, if you guys hear a giggle, that is the wood burner / barista Cassandra who's on this couch right now. All right. So this has been the Space Between podcast. You can listen to us on iTunes, the podcast app, SoundCloud, or YouTube. Please rate and review. We want to
It really helps us
climb
out.
those ranks. Like Amy said last episode, I have Walter White-esque ambitions to take over prison.
Don't be afraid
or
of him, though.
those fucking iTunes
And
charts.
don't
All right.
look to him for drugs.
Yeah. Follow our social media at Space Between Ent on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Go on Kickstarter and support Prison Witch right now. It's
Please.
going to be a beautiful graphic novel.
Do it.
And we're working on it. It's coming out great. And the Kickstarter is moving. If you want to have your questions answered, you can hit us up on email, social, at spacebetweenent, or spacebetweenent@gmail.com. So again, thank you for listening. And bye, you guys.
guys.
Bye.